It's like that Seinfeld joke. What's he say? It's where he's talking about the cow with the leather. He's like, I can't wear leather jackets outside, but
Wait, can you?
when it rains,
Wait.
But-
Can you give a stand up like a Seinfeld impression, like an actual? We'll add in like claps and stuff and like the background.
yeah. Here, hold on.
I had a leather jacket that got ruined one time. Now, why does moisture ruin leather? I mean, aren't cows outside most of the time? I mean, when it's raining out, do they run to the farmhouse and scream, "You gotta let us inside! We're wearing leather! It's gonna ruin the outfit!"
Yeah, go get the headphones. I'm gonna do us an intro.
Rory, you ready? Who are you? Where are you? Why are you? Welcome to another episode of Two's Better Than One theme music.
Two is better than one. 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 Two is better than one.
Two is Better Than One podcast is back. I might take these off at some point for comfort reasons, actually, now that I think about it, but we'll see.
The headphones?
Yeah, just
With
because
the
I like to
glasses?
lean. Huh?
Oh, because
I like to lean back, and it's a little.
If we just did this, dude,
It's possible.
does that help or make it worse?
Probably worse. Rory also might fuck with it too. Maybe we should restart. Should we restart?
No,
You don't
we're
want to? I
rocking
can
through
walk
this.
back. All right. Okay.
Cool. But we cannot. If you don't want the headphones on, you can just take them off.
Yeah. Cool. All right. This episode is brought to you by Mac and Cheese.
Should I go with that 3 cheese or do I want original?
Yeah, we love mac and cheese here.
Yep. It's my favorite. All right, you said you had a couple stories you want to tell me,
shit.
and I've been now very interested in hearing the stories. So
Right. Well, okay. Well,
hit me.
First of all, we should. I want to actually test something before we do anything because I watched a video and I got really interested in it. Name a Can you do something for me? Can you name a random number between 1 and 100?
78.
Okay, nice. That was quick. Oh, I thought you were gonna say 37.
I was literally thinking of that number since yesterday.
78.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Huh. Right.
I don't know.
So
Just
okay.
happened.
So random numbers though, did you like human beings have the hardest time coming up with random numbers? Did you know about this?
Yeah. Normal humans.
Yeah. The most
normal, dude.
the most common numbers I think people normally say when you go up on the street, and if you were to like collect the metadata on the street of like over like 100,
bet there's a
500
6.
people, it's usually 37 or 73.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why, but people look at 3 and 7 as like the most random.
I see the
numbers.
3 and the 7. That makes sense.
Yeah,
like lucky.
subconsciously.
Yeah.
And but if you were to so because of that, like what is random, right?
Like, what is actually random?
Yeah, what's random? It's pretty tough to put your finger on it, other than it's something that's not in a collection of patterns, right? What, dude? What?
You're like, what is random? If I didn't have headphones on, I was gonna stand up and be like,
That's random.
"That's random, bro."
all right.
Oh, dude. All right. No, I don't want to cut you off. Keep going.
Well, like, okay, so you say, like, even with algorithms, like, you need to you need to create an algorithm to become random, right? Which, how would you even do that?
Okay, because then it's not random.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
to be, actually random is a very hard thing to happen in the natural world, especially with humans, because, as I said, if random is a collection of patterns that don't make any sense, then human beings aren't random because most of them are going to say 37 or 73 when you ask them about numbers, right?
Yeah.
So that leads me to this story. Which, I'm driving down the road today, which is pretty funny. I'm going to practice, and I see there's everybody outside right now. Like, it's really nice out, and there's just people walking around everywhere. And I see a cluster of people over on the side of the road, and there's a guy on one of those one wheelie thingies. You know what
The
I'm
one
talking
wheel.
about?
The
Yeah,
one
yeah.
wheel. Yeah.
It's like a one
Those
wheel.
things rule.
They do rule.
Yeah.
And I could tell this guy ruled also,
Yeah?
for sure. Yeah.
It's rare.
It's funny because I think usually that form of transportation is awesome, but the
Yeah.
guys or girls who typically ride it are not awesome usually.
Dude, get ready for this.
Okay,
So, so this guy's on the left-hand side of the road, and like I'm trying to get to Jimmy's house, and I'd smoked a little bit before I left, and I just kept going down the wrong road. So I was like, I would go down the road like too early to Jimmy's on a one-way, so I had to like keep going back around, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm like on the right track, and I see this, and this guy's on the left-hand side of the sidewalk, just doing like donuts on this one. On this one wheelie, he's just spinning around. Dude, it's packed. Like the streets are packed. Like people are walking by. There's like a cluster of people that are like trying to like pivot their way around this guy, just doing donuts on the sidewalk.
You're saying guy. You
Yeah.
like surely you mean like a child.
no?
This is a
no,
man.
No,
This is
no,
a
no.
full-grown man.
Yeah. This
Just
is like a
doing donuts on a
30-year-old.
wheelie, going like these
Yeah.
people are gonna think this fucking rules,
Dude,
dude.
he's just like he's just vibing, just doing his thing,
Okay.
right? Flawlessly executing these donuts too.
You
I
have
must
to
say.
you have to have one wheel confidence to do
Like,
that in front of that many
Flawlessly
people.
executing these donuts, and then so as I'm driving by, and I'm kind of going slow because like people are dipping out into the people are like dipping out into the street to like get around this
To
guy.
avoid
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a hazard, an obstacle. at this
So
point.
I'm looking at him because like it's an interesting thing to look at, right? I make eye contact with him. He makes eye contact with me. He sees, and like my window's down. He rolls off the sidewalk now and like starts cruising like next to my car a little bit. Like he like pops off.
okay.
He starts cruising next to
Yeah.
me, and he goes like this. He goes, "Trying to get sponsored, bro." Which is the funniest. Which is the funniest thing to say when you're on a one wheel.
like by who?
I don't know.
Like Sunny
I don't
D?
know.
Like Sunny D or some shit.
It was amazing. I don't know why you did that.
Okay, sick.
So there is true randomness in the world. I guess is the moral of that
Dude,
story.
well, you were really high while driving past them. Speaking of being high, this is what I was gonna cut you off with.
Yeah.
Dude, yesterday when we got back from that shoot, I haven't been that high in like 10 years. Like legitimately, how are
That
you
was
feeling?
funny. I have another story, but
Does it have to do
talk
with
about
that?
me? Yeah, you can talk for a minute.
Okay, all
I
right.
feel like this and like the last episode, it's just a
you're
collection of me
good. Yeah,
telling
yeah.
stupid fucking
No,
stories.
it's- what else is this about other than trying to talk about creativity and then ending up talking about, like I said, movies and shit that has nothing to do
Yeah.
with fucking that at all. So we went to, we didn't even talk about this. So me and Craig, we have a company, Perno Brothers Advertising. Check it out. And also hire us for any commercial or advertising needs that you have or graphic design stickers. Yeah.
Please hire.
And as always, thanks again for playing.
In doing so, we ended up at a shoot with a friend of ours. He was putting on the shoot. We were at the production. It was for weed.
Yeah.
Um,
It's for a
not in
weed
general.
company.
It was a company. It wasn't just like weed.
It was, but
Yeah.
you know, it
Yeah.
was for a company that sells
This
weed.
sells weed. So we smoked so much weed, and they had these like little tea things, and I think that's
the
what
drinks
got
were
me.
good. They were very delicious.
They're these like little THC infused drinks, and after I finished that and I came home, I was like upstairs, and Al came home, my girlfriend, and she took a shower, comes out of the shower, and I was like, "How much do you love Rory?" And then she's like, "I love Rory a lot," and I was like, "Tell me about it." Then I turned out a beat, and me and her freestyled upstairs for
Oh,
like,
no
dude,
shit.
like 10 minutes probably.
like about how much do you like Rory?
yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Were
it
there
was
any
pretty
good
dope.
bars? Like any good bars get laid
She
down?
had all the good bars.
That's sick.
Yeah, which is funny. But I really, I think I had like 6 or 7 really good ones that I like led with to get her into it. She got into it, crushed it, and then I had nothing good after that. I was too high. Yeah, it was just too high. But it was fun. It was a silly fun time. It was one of those highs where you, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, where the first thing that comes to your head, you have to say it.
Okay.
Like it does
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
matter. There's no filter. It's
I
like
know what
it
you mean.
hits your head and you're gonna say it. So I was just sitting up there, just like singing shit that had nothing to do with like
That's
yeah.
good.
Almost like the Jeff Bezos thing, kind of.
Okay.
Like I would hear like something and I would just start singing that. At one point, I was literally. I'm going on a tangent here. I was literally talking to myself. Like I remember going like, Yeah, that was right. Wait. Yeah, that is it. Yeah. And like nothing, like about nothing, just on my phone. Yeah, looking at.
Yeah, I
Pomeranian
think you
t-shirts.
indulged a little bit more than me then, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it was fun. So no, what were you gonna say? You should have cut me off with your story like 10 minutes.
No,
ago,
you're
but-
fine. I don't know if it had anything to do. This is gonna be a long. You sure you don't want to talk about anything else real quick? I feel like what I'm about to say is gonna take forever.
Nothing. We talked about the weed shoot. We talked about being sponsored by Mac and Cheese. Swipe to the clip.
So I'm mixing the butter and cheese. It's got me on my knees. Now I'm watching TV and I'm going like.
And other than that, no, I think a couple other things we can talk about later. But I want to hear the story. Tell me the story.
Okay. So we're gonna have to dial it back. We gotta dial it back a little bit. So, yeah, and you're probably familiar with this. A while ago, probably like 4-ish years ago. No, 5 or 6 years ago. Me and my buddy Evan. Shout out Evan. We were
Shout out of.
living at in an apartment, and he one night came home maybe a little bit inebriated. I can't remember, and decided he wanted chicken fingers. Not like chicken nuggets, and pop them in the fridge or in the oven, and then proceeded to just fall asleep. Meanwhile, I'm sleeping, like I'm already dead asleep at this point, and I wake up in the middle of the night to just like literally my room is filled with smoke.
Shit.
Yeah, and then I open my door to go into the hallway to see what the fuck is going on. My whole house is filled with smoke.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. And so I go into the kitchen.
Wait, sorry, were there fire alarms?
Okay,
going?
yeah. So if you want to, me and Evan, we were smoking weed a lot at the time, and we
You had
took
to take
the
'em
fire.
out.
Yeah, we took because we didn't.
Anybody who smokes weed inside knows you take the fire.
You gotta
alarm
take the
things
fire
out.
alarm out
Yeah.
because if you don't, it will go off.
Yeah, and it's one of those like risk reward things. It's like the reward is you get to
I get
smoke
to
weed
smoke
in
weed
your
in my
house.
house.
The risk is you might die in like a fucking like burning inferno. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So I go
Trade-offs.
into the kitchen, turn it off, find the culprit, the 3 chicken nuggies that were just burned to a fucking crisp. in
All for
our,
3 too. He was.
There's
making
only like
3
3.
chicken-
They were like the
It's
bottom
like
of
I
the
only
bag.
had 3 left, dude. So
They were like the
yeah.
bottom of the bag.
So let's fucking start a fire.
I went over to Evan. I like hit him a couple times. He woke up. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" And he just like, literally, I think his eyes rolled back and he went back. He just went back to sleep. And I was just like, "Fuck." What
He's
the
like, if it's
fuck?"
tonight, it's tonight. We're going out.
Little did he know that was gonna scar me to this current day.
Okay.
So then I went through
We're
a
now in-
series.
okay.
No, we're not. I went through after that a series of like PTSD, like traumatic events that I would just wake up in the middle of the night thinking that like the house. The house was burning down. I'm not kidding. It was really embarrassing shit.
Like literally,
This
it's not even smoking. Like you were just like the house is burning.
dude. Yes, I would
Okay,
literally.
it
I
was-
would.
This was your Vietnam.
This is
This was your
100% my
Vietnam,
Vietnam.
yeah.
And this, I don't even really like talking about this because it is like super like embarrassing shit. But like, bro, I would wake up and be like, I don't, yeah, beep out like the last 5 seconds of what I just said. I don't. Should we say? Should we like? I don't know if I want to say Kate's name. That's why.
Why?
I feel bad. I don't know. I feel
I
like
say
if-
Al's name all the time.
I know. I just like.
Have you asked her? if
No,
you
I
can say
haven't.
it?
I don't know if she wants to like. If
Okay,
not,
well,
I'm
we'll
saying
beep it.
dumb
Okay, we'll
shit,
beep it out
right?
for this
Like
round.
cut out like. Let's just start.
Just
back.
cut the whole thing out.
Just cut. Just
All right,
when
cut
I
that out,
started
yeah.
fiddling around with Kate's name. All right.
Can we think of an interesting way to incorporate parts of what we just said?
I'm just gonna say Kate. I'm just gonna say Kate's name. And
We'll just beep it
pick
out.
up. Pick up from right here. All right.
And are we gonna beep it out?
Her name?
Yeah.
Nah. Just leave
Okay.
it in.
Go.
Fuck it.
All right.
And Kate would see me like waking up. Literally, bro, I would wake up and it would be like this. Like, and I'd like be sniffing and like walking around the room. for like 2 years straight up. And then we moved into our place.
Like a dog who's like smells a backyard barbecue like
Yeah.
3 houses away.
I would be in a panic though. I would be like hallucinating that I was smelling smoke in a weird way. Like my senses were like literally like I
that's
was
real.
smelling smoke.
Yeah,
like you
that's-
know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah, it was weird. And then I would like 2 years later, me and Kate we move into the house we're in right now, and things start calming down. Like I'm still
It ramps down a
yeah,
lot,
like I'm feeling a little more comfortable. I'm not I'm not living with Evan anymore.
That helps.
Yeah.
That would certainly help.
And we she's there would be sometimes though. She would say I would like wake up and I'd just be like sitting at the end of our bed like gazing into the abyss. And like when she tried to talk to me I didn't, dude. It's wild,
Like a fucking deer hunter.
Bro,
This is your Vietnam.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is
This
literally
is-
your Vietnam.
dude. Have you ever seen Moon Knight with that like Marvel show?
Is that called Moon Knight?
Yeah.
With Oscar Isaac?
Yeah. Where he's got to like he's got to like
yeah.
handcuff his leg to the bed
Yeah,
because he's
yeah.
afraid he's gonna like get up and like walk around and shit. Like that's like
I
my
forgot
life,
that's
dude.
what that was called. Okay.
I'm like I at that
hilarious.
point in my life was like fully waking up every morning just being like I hope I didn't like do some weird shit last night. But yeah, I would like wake up, I'd stare into the abyss. I'd like if she talked to me, I would just have like I'd say just wildly weird like sleepwalking conversations with her. 2 years ago at Christmas, Kate's dad wakes up really early, right? And I just happened to like wake up out of sleepwalking incident, wake up kind of in like a weird kind of panic. I guess I can't remember any of it. But
You don't
this is
even
what was,
remember that?
No, I don't remember any of this. This is told
Okay.
to me the next morning at breakfast, right? I apparently I come down and apparently he's like having a coffee and I'm just like, I'm just in my boxer briefs. I'm not wearing anything except my boxer briefs.
Not even with
He doesn't know this about me, right? Like he doesn't at this point he doesn't know that I like sleepwalk. So he's just having a conversation with me like it's like he must have been hot or something, you know? So either way, I apparently just like paced around and just said some weird shit and then just like went back upstairs. And Kate
He's like,
I
the
kinda
Bills.
forgot
The
about
Bills
this.
are gonna make it all the way this year, and you're just like,
Weird, dude, just pacing around and stopping.
just sweating.
Pacing around, stopping every once in a while and just going like. Kate comes down the next morning. I'm still sleeping, and he's just like, Craig was acting kind of weird last night when he went up to get some water. All right, so I've been dealing with some sleepwalking things lately, right? Oh, and so I think now we're at current times. So Kate's been gone, right? The past weekend. She's always usually there to like help me. Like that's immediately I wake up and like if something weird happened, I'm like, what happened? And then she like tells me what happened, right?
Okay, I gotta calm down.
So I come home last night, play some video games. High as shit still, you know. I end up
yep.
being like,
Yeah, event.
yeah, we had the event, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep, get a nice early sleep in, you know. I ate some food, and I remember I was like, I'm gonna put a movie on, I'm gonna lay down on the couch, I'm going to sleep out here tonight. It's gonna be nice.
Okay.
Put a movie on, fall into a deep slumber. It's great. I really needed it.
What time is this?
The slumber?
Yeah.
I probably went to sleep around like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Something like that.
Nice time.
And I wake, next morning I wake up. I'm in my bed. I went to sleep on the couch. So immediately, yeah. If
And you don't have anyone to tell you other than Graham, and he's just a dog. He
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
talk. Yeah.
So I'm like, immediately, like, this is when this kind of stuff happens to you quite often, you're like, you try to start going back into your brain being like, do I remember anything at all? I don't remember anything at all.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, how did I get here? I can't think of it. I go to like get up, I swipe the sheet off me, and the remote is like laying in my bed with me instead of my phone where like my phone normally is. And I'm like, what the fuck? I must have just grabbed the remote thinking it was my phone and came into the room to go to sleep, right?
Right. But yeah.
So then I go out to the living room to grab my phone. No phone.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, okay, looking around in the bed, nowhere. Kate's not there. I don't have anybody to
can
call
it.
my phone.
Yeah.
So now I got to go on like this big detective work thing of like, the fuck did I do with my phone last night? And inevitably I ended up like 30 minutes later finding it in my medicine cabinet in the bathroom.
You had a good time, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe you also got higher than you thought.
That's all I got. I don't remember anything else, but that was yeah, that's my sleepwalking bit. I'll keep you filled in on if anything else happens. I'm really trying to ramp these down though. I really don't want to.
I don't really have an answer for you on that, to be honest with you. I don't even know if I want to talk about that on here. You see.
I've been I got into a Instagram argument with this one girl the other day. Actually, that was pretty funny.
I typically don't engage in Instagram.
I never do either. This is like one of the first times I've ever done it. It was a really good time.
Was it fun?
It
like,
was pretty
funny?
fun. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell if I was the one trolling or she was the one trolling, but I think we might have both been.
Okay.
It was a good time.
What was it?
Highly recommend it. It was, what the fuck was it on? It ended up turning into like nothing. Can't remember. But if if you see somebody making some pointless shit up on Instagram, go for it. She started saying I was mansplaining.
You were man. Oh, okay.
Apparently,
I've been.
I was
accused
just
of
like,
that.
listen, okay,
Yeah. I've been accused of that before, honestly.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand. And then when they told me that, they were like, "You're mansplaining." I was like, I don't know if you really know what mansplaining is. What that is when a man tells you about something that he's knowledgeable in, right? And that maybe you aren't knowledgeable in it, and they're like, "You're mansplaining right now." And I was like,
It's like
You can't win
you're
with these people,
female
dude.
splaining right
Yeah.
now, so quit it. Me and a couple of my friends, Evan and Moo, we want to join a galactic like battle night arena.
Yeah.
Let me pull up. I always forget what it's called. Hold on one second.
So from my understanding, this is a like guys who dress up in full knight armor and actually like compete in combat
Yes.
sword fighting.
Yes. They their armor is super expensive, and they're nice swords. Nice chainmail. They're called the Buffalo Brigands.
Okay. The Buffalo Brigands. What is Brigand?
The Buffalo chapter of the Armored Combat League, officially known as the Buffalo Brigands.
That's sick.
They're the amateur sports league, but like, dude, like they look like this. Like you're just like,
That's wait.
like this is like this is an actual battle from
wait, Buffalo
Brigands.
Brigands. Pull up the Buffalo Brigands Facebook page on
This is-
here so
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
could see.
This is like that's the battle ring.
dude.
And like there's like, do you see all the people in the background? Yeah, if you can pull up a picture while we're
yeah, we'll
talking.
pull the picture of that. Yeah.
There's like a huge crowds. Like these dudes are like going in full like battle, dude. Like there's swords they're hitting each other with. There's not a skin like a piece of skin showing.
That's
So like you're actually hitting your opponents.
That's crazy that that's not talked about more.
Dude, it's too cool for all. Too many people are worried about what Josh Allen's wearing this weekend.
Yeah.
To worry about all the stewards that have to sharpen the swords.
Right,
for
because
their-
you were saying that this isn't just a like
It's like
combat
full-on role
fighting. It's role play.
It's like
as well.
full on role play. If you want to, so my buddy was talking about wanting to become like a swordsman, like to battle, like a warrior, and apparently you got to like move up the rank, and he's pretty good with a sword.
Okay.
Moo's pretty good.
Oh,
with a sword.
you've seen him?
Moo with a sword?
Yeah.
I've seen him with a stick or two, bro.
Okay. A stick is.
I've
what
seen
is
him
this? What is a stick? But
An unedged sword.
an unedged piece of metal.
But yeah, so they.
Keep
he-
talking. I'm
he
gonna get
wants-
more juice for you.
Yeah, he wants to do that, but my buddy says that you've got to like become a steward first. You've got to work your way up to like to the respect level to battle, the training,
to be able to like battle correctly as well and not like get fucked up out there.
How do they even know though?
Dude, you gotta find like an apprentice and like a master.
What if you?
You're a sword master and you become their apprentice, and then they teach you their ways, and then over time they'll either, apparently this is what would happen, they would either like over, because of how expensive the armor is and whatnot, you have to either like role play as the steward until you can afford like a full set of armor, or until your master like quote unquote dies and bequeaths you his arms.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is
dude.
wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sick.
So I was
And
gonna
then-
say, what if you come in already like a skilled swordsman,
Okay.
and they like immediately like? Is it just that you're not a knight because the people in this like league aren't aware yet that you are a skilled swordsman, and once they find out, they'd be like, "You should be fighting, steward."
Yeah, it's probably like that. It's like it's like Keanu Reeves in 47 Ronin. It's like you don't have the respect.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
you might have the skill, but like no, you're not allowed here right now. Like it doesn't matter. This is your level until we know that you're. It's like the Spartans, but without all the fucking, like you were talking about, dude.
Just fighting for that piece of cheese, dude.
yeah, that was such a cool. I actually really dug that. Oh man, could you? If they were actually gonna like murder you, they could murder you if you. People got murdered trying to get a piece of cheese.
So again, I don't know a lot about this exactly, but my understanding of it is that they could murder you, but I don't think that was like their intention. Like I don't think they were like out there to kill.
They're just trying to like. They're saying
Children.
like, we're not gonna make this easy.
We're gonna make it hard.
Yeah.
And like if you don't respect that part of it, then we might have to kill you, kind of.
Yeah.
But
Fucking cheese.
and I don't even know if it was cheese. It could have been bread. I don't
Something.
it
Get
was
it in your mouth.
something-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something that you couldn't get organically out in like the wilderness, so you fucking wanted it after that year. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That does give them a little bit of an edge, though.
Did you ever think it's weird how there's a lot of like all the different meats that we eat, like beef, it's not cow, and like pork, it's not pig, but chicken, it's just chicken.
I get what you're saying.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking weird. I was hearing that the other day, or like somebody was talking about that, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
Like I know we call it like poultry, but not really. Like it's like chicken fingers and stuff, but
Right. What's
it's not
that?
like I'm having like grilled cow. Nobody says that.
It's like that Seinfeld joke. What's he say? It's where he's talking about the cow with the leather. He's like, I can't wear leather jackets outside, but
Wait, can you?
when it rains,
Wait.
What?
Can you give a stand up like a Seinfeld impression, like an actual? We'll add in like claps and stuff and like the background. noise.
yeah. Here, hold on.
I had a leather jacket that got ruined one time. Now, why does moisture ruin leather? I mean, aren't cows outside most of the time? I mean, when it's raining out, do they run to the farmhouse and scream, "You gotta let us inside! We're wearing leather! It's gonna ruin the outfit!"
And we're back.
But yeah, so they it's pretty cool though. They also have like people that make the armor, like in the community of this battle arena, and there's this group of all female armor smiths
that's dope.
armor and weaponsmiths, and they call
That
themselves the Valkyrie.
That rules so
It's
hard.
so sick.
That rules so hard.
It's the coolest thing ever.
That is dope.
So I fucking want to go for sure.
Yeah, that would be cool. Dude, did you ever get into any of the controversy about armor in like Skyrim games and stuff like that?
No.
So RPG games, you can play as the male or the female, and the female armor is never it never covers enough. So it's like you'll get like 100+ protection or whatever with the armor on, but it's like but your arms are totally exposed. But the male version of the arms, it's a little sexist. That's all. I personally don't stand for
I
that.
wouldn't stand
Yeah.
for that at all.
I don't think that is okay.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely outrageous, actually.
So I think we need more representation of females in medieval style games.
Okay.
That's my stance.
Because back in the medieval day, there was a lot of females walking around.
Well,
swinging
the thing is, we
swords.
don't know. And
We don't know,
Yeah,
you're
we
right.
don't
That is the
know,
thing.
and yeah.
There's a whole thing about how there was like lost time in our history. Have you heard about that? That like the Middle Ages like never there was like a blank time period.
No, I don't know anything about this.
I'm trying to remember the exact details
Is
of
this
it.
the
but-
Dark Ages?
No, there's like a time during the medieval ages that has been like for some reason was just like undocumented. Like it was documented up to that time, and then there was documentation after that time. But there was like a sliver.
No, I don't
of
know
time
anything
that
about this.
People say I'm trying to remember the exact like the
Is this the
point of it.
castle era? Like, are there castles yet?
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably like right around that time.
Because the castles are dope. Castles are sick. It's like, what kind of castle do you want? Do you want one with a courtyard in the middle that they sell wares? They sell chicken bone necklaces and hand whittled toothpicks. Stitched handkerchiefs.
I can't find this. Maybe I'm just making shit up. Did you watch the new Y-Files episode with the Anunnaki?
The Anunnaki.
They just put out.
Why
a
does
new-
that sound so familiar? Is that recent? Like, how recent?
It's their first episode back
They're
after
back?
their break. Yeah,
They're back, baby. Let's go. All right, so they're over the little hump.
yeah. They It's about this is the episode that he's been teasing doing since like the beginning
The
of the live.
Anunnaki sounds so familiar.
They're
Who
the
is
people
that?
that like that people believe like started human beings, like turning them from like apes to
monkey.
like sentient like intelligent creatures.
Okay.
Like the human beings that we know.
Yeah. I'd
To this
like to
day.
think it would. okay.
So they're like
No,
the
you go.
godlike alien-like creatures that did that. So, but I'm pretty sure they believe there's this like one planet,
I know what you're talking
Planet X, I
Yeah,
believe, that like circles in a really weird like
I know what you're
elliptical
talking about.
orbit to where like it goes really, really far fucking out into
But
our
then it
solar
comes
system, but then it
close.
does come
Yeah,
really
yeah.
close to us. And the idea is that these beings like either like camped out there, left knowledge on there to be transferred, or even may potentially like have a base on that planet. And when they get close to the Earth, that's when they like are able to interact with us, and then they piece
Yeah.
back out. And they like every time they interact with us, that's when there's been like a great shaping in like some sort of our history.
Okay. I love ideas of that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's
so
probably
not
all bullshit.
practical.
Yeah, it's not practical at all. But like that is the myth of the Anunnaki.
I
That's
have
what they
heard
believe.
theories of that. And there's a planet that you're talking about that I think people actually go like, that's the one. Like they have one that's like a real planet that they go like, that's the one. But like,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wouldn't do any kind of weird elliptical.
Well, there's
orbit
all
thing.
those. You might know more about this than I do. So, like the outer limits of our solar system, or of our our solar system, is it turns into like a bunch of like weird ice chunks, right? Like it's called the Oort cloud. It's like a big ball, like an elliptical sort of an obloid spheroid, I believe is what they would call it. Is of just covered of ice and whatnot, and like debris and chunks and stone and asteroids and potentially like planets, and they don't know.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so far away.
It's super far. Yeah.
It's so far away that they can't like keep track of anything. But like what they are able to like see into it a little bit, and what they've found is a bunch of oddities, like weird patterns of like things not moving in the way that they should be moving. Like there's they've detected certain like asteroids moving in like retrograde compared to like
Really?
like really weird bizarre shit, but it's also at the same time it's like we can't even imagine getting out there in the first place. It's so far away. So like who the hell knows? Even the Oort cloud is theoretical. Like it's not proven.
Sure. Yeah.
Obviously, it's
Yeah.
just like we're pretty fucking sure that's what's going out there. There's no light. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
but
That
Yeah,
is, I
pretty
mean,
crazy.
there's like that idea of like well, we are in like a bubble
Yeah.
from the sun.
No,
Like the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
heliosphere thing. You know about that?
I mean, everything's just one
Yeah,
giant
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
bubble,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much, right?
yeah,
And you
yeah.
break it all down. But the other cool thing is Rory looks nice over there.
Yeah, I think she's on cam. I think you can see her.
There was our what the hell's it called? We sent something out there. Like one of our
Voyager.
what is it? The
Voyager
Voyager? Yeah,
2?
so
Yeah.
it was like around there in that time that it was like we're probably not going to be able to keep communication with this thing much longer. But
Right.
they're like this thing's going to be reaching the Oort cloud. Like we'll be able
Yeah.
to like keep communications with it up until right around that point. And as they did, they got like a crazy frequency from something out there. Nobody knows what it is, but obviously the tinfoil hat guys have all the craziest theories of what that interference and frequency was.
It's the WoW signal, dude.
Yeah,
You know the WoW signal?
Yeah, I have to 100%.
That's where it is.
Well, I just went down a rabbit hole. What time do we have right now?
Yeah, we can end it here. We'll pick it up next time on the next episode.
Great.
Thank you guys for watching. This is 2 is Better Than 1. I'm Trav,
I'm Craig.
and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Peace.